Hi all, we are Group 6 and we are here to do a presentation on our project, the Meeting Room Manager System or MRM system. My name is Sanat Kripa Srinivasan and my team members are Manish, Yuchen and Chunyan. The Meeting Room Manager System is used to reserve classrooms for faculty and student groups. In this slide, we talk about the executive summary of the whole project. The agenda for the presentation is as follows. First we talk about the existing system that is being used and identify the problems in the existing system. After identifying the problems in the existing system, we suggest improvements to the current system. Then we come up with the proposed solution to the system. We then explain the process flow followed by the process model. Then we talk about the data model or the database design. Then we highlight the benefits of the proposed system, and finally we show the implementation of the MRM system that we just proposed. So now we talk about the existing MRM system that is in place. The current system that is being used uses only emails and phone calls to the administrator to reserve rooms. The administrator then has to read the request and check his database about the reservation request and reply if the room is available or not. Then the user has to make a decision whether he still wants the room. This process is a very time consuming and tedious process. The end user does not know about the available time slots. This is one of the major disadvantages in the current system. In this slide, we talk about the problems in the existing system. The system that is in place right now does not have a user interface in which the user can know about the available time slots. There can also be overlapping requests for the same time slot. This causes a lot of difficulties and problems. And also, the current system in place works on the principle of first come first serve. It does not take into account who is reserving a room and the importance of the event. There is also no defined access levels for users to reserve a room. So as we can see, the overlapping reservations, the lack of security level is a major problem in the current system. In this slide, we talk about the suggested improvements to the current system. We plan to create a system with a fully functional, interactive, and a dynamic user interface. We define separate security levels for faculty and student groups to access the meeting room manager system. We plan to assign higher priorities to the senior staff in the school. They would be given preference in case there is a conflict to reserve a room. Also, a detailed timeline is developed with the existing reservations so that the users are well aware of the available time slots. So as we can see, this is a tabulated list of the proposed solutions for the new system. The proposed system uses a dynamic method of decision making to reserve rooms. The user can reserve, cancel, or reschedule a room before 3 days of the reservation request. And Manish will take on from this slide.
Thanks, Anat. As Sanat just mentioned, the problems that are faced in the existing system, we'll have a look at the context diagram and the use case diagram for the existing system just to have a pictorial representation of what exactly is happening in the existing system. Existing system is basically a very simple system. It does not have a user interface. It just has two tasks. One is booking a room, another one is cancelling a room. And there's a lot of load on the admin where he has to check every request in person. And now if you look at the use case diagram, even that conveys a pretty much the same meaning, where the bulk of the work is done by the admin, and admin is inevitably the bad guy for every user because he has to approve or reject a email based on the approval which is being first sent. And then the main purpose of this MRM project is basically to reduce the load on the admin and also to improve user satisfaction, wherein the user is given an authority to see the rooms which are available based on his access level. Consider a scenario wherein a professor is booking a room and a student organization is booking a room. Based on his access level, professor can see 10 rooms during that time slot, wherein the student organization, based on his access level, can see only 2 rooms. So there is a difference between the search criteria as well. And one more additional feature of our MRM system is basically uh, help the current user in his booking by providing him historical booking details, like for example room location or room location or room location or the time which he has taken the class. And if you can look at the context diagram, as we have provided a dynamic interface, we have a login for methodology where the user can log in and he has a unique account. And once he logs in, he'll be able to enter search criteria, wherein he can jot down the rooms based on his search criteria, and once he sees a list of rooms which are available or reserved, he can go ahead and book a room. And once this is done, if it is available, it is automatically confirmed for him, and then a confirmation email is being sent. And the rescheduling request also happens the same way, wherein the user can reschedule a current request which is already being done, it's already being approved. You just have to change the time. And the canceling room, wherein the user can cancel a room which is cancel a request which is already being approved. And here the admin is basically to hold all the tasks which was given by the user, like basically reserving, reschedule, and then the canceling part. And here admin basically holds all the records together and updates the room details in the database, thereby reducing the load on the admin. And if you can look at the use case diagram, the new classes which you can see are new cases which you can see are the filter room search, the historical booking data, which are additionally added in order to help the user to book a room and improve user satisfaction. And once you do a reschedule request, or booking a room, or canceling a request, a detailed request email is being sent to the admin to maintain for his records and automatically update it. And now we look at the data model or the class diagram, wherein we in our class diagram we have around 8 classes, and the user is basically of 2 types. In order to reduce the complexity, we have kept it to 2 types. One is the faculty, and the other is the student organization. Faculty can be the professor or the teaching assistant, and the student organization can be owners of the club which are being there at UTD. And we do have a search criteria, wherein search can result zero amount of rooms, or many rooms which are present. And along with that, a room always can have many time slots, or need not have a time slot at all allocated to it. And once that is done, once the reserving part is done, we provide a reservation ID which is being sent back to the user to hold it for his records, and show it to the admin as and when required. And here admin basically does the record holding purposes, wherein he keeps all the records that is being sent by the user. And the maximum the admin can do is basically to add a user and change the security. And here the task of the admin is reduced, and the burden is actually reduced on the admin. And now the ER diagram will be explained by Chun Young.
Okay, thanks, Manish. And I will talk about the ER diagram, which show how the database works. And here's the supertype user, have 2 subtypes, faculty and student. The student organization will show the name of the organization, and the faculty will show the name of the person and the department. And all of them are based on different access levels and should have a user ID and password to log in. And we include cardinalities, like a user can have no reservation or many reservations, but reservation belongs to only one user. The room can have no reservation and many reservations, but the reservation is just for one room. And we also have constraint to ensure the data integrity. Like for example, the primary key of a user is the user ID, and we have to have a foreign key named user ID in reservation entity. And there is an admin entity that is not linked to any other entities, but the admin entity is necessary because the admin can add new users, change access level, and also change the existing reservations. But you can see we link the admin to itself. It means one of them is the supervisor who manage all of other admins. And now here is our interface design of the system. The first page you will see is the login page. You can type in your username, maybe the net ID, or your email, and the password, and also have a link if you forget your password. Once you log into the system, this is the dashboard. There are several functions that a user can do, like reserve a room, reschedule a room, cancel a room, change a password, display the reservation history. And there is a calendar can show the detailed reservation informations, like the event name, the location, the date, the time, just in this calendar.
if you want to reserve a room, here is the search criteria page. This search is based on the criteria you just choose, like the room capacity, the location, the room number, the date, the time, or the room status. Once you submit your search criteria, it will show some search results and show the room information and whether this room is available or reserved. If that room is reserved and your access level is higher than the one who booked the room, you can still reserve it. And Yuchen will show you the prototype of this system.
Okay, hello, my name is Yu Chen, and I'm gonna to show you the prototype of the website of our room reserve system. So here, as you can see, here is the login interface of our system. Now I'm going to type the username. So the username, and here I'm gonna type the password. Here you can see that here is the option that you can choose whether to remember the account name and password on this computer, or if you forget your password, you can click here to reset it. Here we want to log into the system. So here, as you can see, we are now successfully logging into the system, and you can see here is a calendar that will show all the reserved room that you have. So you can see that here on Monday 3rd, there is a reserved room on 1.117. The time is 1 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. Now we are going to reserve new room. So we click reserve room. And we also have a schedule room, cancel room, and a change password, and also display history. Now we're not gonna to reserve room. So now you can see that here is the search criteria. We have several questions to filter the room results for the user. Now we can see the room capacity has 25, 40, 60, 80 options for user to choose. And the location, we can choose location. The location this time we are going to choose JSON and room number. So you can see these are all the room numbers that are in the JSON building. We can also choose the room based on the room's data. Room's data have available room, pending rooms, reserved rooms. And here we are going to choose the start date. We're going to choose the room which is for the 2015 spring. So it starts at 12 and end at April 16. Okay, and then we're going to choose the begin time and end time because the room is not reserved for the whole day. So we're going to choose exactly the time. So it's let's assume that it's 1 p.m. It ends at okay. Here we're going to choose whether the room is reserved on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or other days. So this time we are going to choose it's on Monday. So every Monday, 1 p.m. to 3:45 p.m., the room is reserved. So we are going to submit the search criteria to find which room that you like. So here you can see that here's the search results. We can see the room number, location, capacity, and status. Now we are going to choose which the room is available. we are going to choose this one, the room 1.117. So we just click reserve. Now you can see the request is submitted, and when the confirmation email will send you when the request is approved. Now, let's assume that if the confirmation has sent to you, which means that the request is approved, then if we go to the home page, now we can see we choose to 215. Yeah, you can see that here are all the rooms that we have reserved. See, it's on Monday, and the time is 1 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. and the location is 1.117. So here, this is our presentation, and we thank you, and we are Group 6. Thank you.